From the Dogfish Head Brewery, Sam Calagione.
It's been a long, strange, but wonderful trip.
From the Boston Beer Company, Jim Cook. Welcome back to the Friday Beer Buzz, Jim.
Well, it's nice to be back.
Here normally from Aberdeenshire in Scotland, from Brewdog, we have James Watt and Martin Dickey. Welcome to the show, guys.
Biggest mission today is just to make other people passionate about your state craft beers as we are.
And now, the three-time winner of the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters Excellence in Broadcasting Award. The recipient of 2 Pennsylvania Associated Press Broadcasters Association Awards for Excellence, promoting and advancing the craft and microbrew culture in Northeast PA. This is another edition of
The Friday Beer Buzz! And the Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. Sabatini's, with the area's greatest selection of rare, craft, and imported beers. Growlers and crowlers and 37 rotating drafts. At Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. Lindo Sabatini with us this morning. Good morning, Lindo.
Good morning.
Good to see you. I haven't seen him in a while. It's been quite a while since I've been here.
Pouring out the beers already.
He's got a little behind now. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, got quite a bit of cops. We're getting there.
You said he got a little behind. Sorry.
Bill from My Beer Buzz with us as well. Hi, Bill.
Happy Heat Wave Friday. And boy, the show just took a turn right there, and we're not even a minute in.
I'm sorry.
That's Jason took a
What
turn.
I'm doing, I'm
He's
sober.
very good at that.
Tiny behind. All right.
It's a good time of year for a cold beer.
Yes, it is. It is.
Oh, God, yes. That definitely this weekend, right?
True story. I never thought cold beers were good on a hot day, but guess what I've been grabbing at home lately when it's hot? I think you know the answer.
Coffee.
Beer. I have, and it's not a craft beer, but I'm grabbing a cold beer on a hot day, and I think you guys are the reason why. So thank you. I'm enjoying it.
Excellent.
Yeah, okay. I expect a little more, but that's okay. Bill, so what's going on? What kind of beer news do you have? What do you have for us?
So right out of the gate here, we have a beer buzz, and it's one that I've always been very curious about, and someone finally emailed in the question, and it's about Guinness, and maybe this isn't the best beer on a hot day, but is Guinness in Ireland the same as it is Guinness in the USA? And it's an interesting answer to this question because it really is sort of a yes and no. If you talk to Guinness, Guinness claims that it is exactly the same thing that they brew in their St. James Gate Brewery in Ireland, and they now have the Open Gate Brewery in Maryland, but they say it's exactly the same. The reality, though, when people test it and people review it, is that it is not the same. I think the U.S. version is carbonated differently, and I think the Irish version is carbonated or nitrogenated, not carbonated. And I think in Ireland it is softer and creamier, and it just tastes sweeter than it does in the U.S. And a lot of people say that it is just the fact that it's fresher in Ireland, more so than it is in the U.S. In fact, Guinness brews 19 different versions of their classic stout, and believe it or not, the most nitrogenated, the most Guinness beer is sold in Nigeria and not Ireland. So I know that's sort of a roundabout way to not answer the question, but I think it's very different. I've tried it in both places. I've tried it sort of back to back, and I think it's very, very different. We do have a little bit of beer news, and that beer news comes out of the Stout lane as well as Guinness Stout, and it comes to us from Goose Island in Chicago. Every year I blow out their Bourbon County brand stout, different variations, different variants that they put out every year, and realize going in here that they put out fake variants every year just to mess with me or mess with us or mess with anybody paying attention to the labels. But so far this year, I have these 7 Cocoa Mole Stout, 2 different versions of their proprietors. There's one with toasted coconut, bananas, lime juice, and pineapple juice. There you go, Jason. Another proprietor that has maple syrup, chipotle peppers, and cocoa nibs. A 4th version they're calling Sir Isaac's Stout, and that has figs and graham crackers. A 5th version they're calling Biscotti Stout, and that has cocoa nibs, toasted almonds and anise seeds. A sixth version they're calling just coffee stout, and then seventh version is just the plain old Bourbon County original. But what's really unique there is the original Bourbon County brand stout this year will be released in 12-ounce bottles, as well as the standard sort of 16.9-ounce bottles with the flag label on the neck. So that is our breaking beer news for the day. As always, you can tune into the Breaking Beer News tab on mybeerbuzz.com for the latest.
All right, thank you, Bill. Now, what do we have in front of us? I see that there's a couple
There's
numbers.
numbers.
I guess we're gonna drink some. Time for some beer. We're gonna drink some beer.
All right, let's do this. Everyone grab your beer at home.
Beer math.
What are we drinking today? Which one first?
Well, you want to go with the lower number first?
Yeah, that sounds fair. That's a good idea.
So today we have 5 and 7 in front of us. There are 2 beers from Feuiillien brewery in Belgium. Feuiillien is a brewery, fantastic smaller brewery. They've been making beer since 1873. One of the things a lot of people know them for now is the owner is Dominique Feuiillien. So there's not a lot of Belgian breweries that are women owned. And this is she's been rocking it for a while. I had an opportunity to meet her a while back, and she's fantastic. And one of the things she's done, based on that's different than the people that ran the brewery in front of her, her family before her, is she's really tried to tackle the American market. And these are 2 beers that were released for that kind of, to try to hit our palate, because we drink beer differently than they do, and we all love Belgian beer, but she's done a little bit of twists to make it more marketable in our market. So the first one, 5, is a blonde ale, simple Belgian blonde, and if you can guess the ABV based on the name of the beer, what would you think it would be?
Based on the flavor, you mean?
No, based on the name of the beer.
Based
Oh,
on
that's
the
the
name.
name?
Yes.
The name of the beer
Oh.
is 5. I just wrote a 5 number.
Yeah, the name of the beer is 5.
It's
F-I-V.
F-I-V-E 5. So what's the ABV?
I'm going to just say it's a trick question. It's like 4.
5.
Is it 5?
It is 5.
Okay, so they weren't trying to be tricky about it.
No.
5 is actually a 3, and 3 is a 9. Wait, what?
So what do you think?
Is it a 5?
Did you say it is 5? But taste the beer. Did you
I
taste
did. It's very smooth, very easy to drink. Doesn't feel like it's very strong either.
Good for 93-degree weather?
Oh yeah, I would think so. Am I wrong on that?
Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, as I thought.
Both of these beers I picked for that reason. They're good summer beers that if you wanted Belgian, something a little different. And I mean, we're drinking it out of a plastic cup. I mean, if you pour this into a glass, I mean, you're going to see the beer is just going to be beautiful in the glass, and you do get flavors. I mean, it needs to be a little colder than what we have here, but
I prefer it this way. It's
but
frat party style.
the traffic on oak messed me up, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's okay. I don't mind the plastic cups. That's the way we used to go back in the day.
Yeah,
Yummy.
and the 5 also has that sparkling quality with
Yes.
the sort of finer bubbles, almost a nitrogen beer.
Right.
And that makes it sort of more refreshing on a hot day like today.
Very, very, very refreshing. This would be a great one for like 90-some degrees.
We should mention there's a ton of debate about how you say the name of this brewery, and it goes all over the place. And Lindo landed on it, and I landed on it. But I've heard all sorts of things that they do. If you do an interview or watch an interview with Dominique Feuiillien, she will say Saint Feuiillien, and we Americanize it and make it Saint Feuiillien. But it is named after an Irish monk in the 7th century by the name of Feuillain, and he came to Europe to preach the gospel. In 655, he was martyred and beheaded, and the local legend was that the dew on the grass in early morning became blood red
Oh,
on the
that's so
site
horrible.
of his martyrdom.
Oh, dear God.
And so Feuillien's disciples erected a chapel on that site. In 1125, that became the Abbey de Saint-Feuillien de Roule. That's the name of the town. And then in 1796, it was condemned by the French Revolution. And then, as Lindo mentioned, it returned in 1873 as part of the Feuillain family of breweries. So
Maybe I
it's
missed-
got a long history of brewing.
Missed a part of that. Did they cover up the murder by building something on top of it? That's incredible. Just cover it, build something. I want to hear about this next beer real quick because it's 7. I'm assuming it's going to make me a little bit.
It's a little stronger than
7
the last
probably,
one. So if you were to guess the ABV on this one, you're going to say it's
7.
7.
It's called 7.
Nice. We're getting there. This is a saison. We've had saisons before, so the saison is a farmhouse ale, nice, easy drinking. I just like saisons when it gets nice and hot like this, and this is another one that you should try. I just think it's great.
Should come as no
David, if you
surprise.
drank both, what
Yeah.
would the ABV be?
Well, we just asked that. I know it's hard. So it's 7, and if you add them together, it's a
No.
12.
12.
There you go. That's what we're going for.
Oh, yeah. If you drink a lot of them, you won't be able to do the math, but I prefer the 5. This shouldn't surprise anybody. It's a little smoother.
You should prefer the 5.
I do.
That's exactly what I thought you would have said. But
Yeah.
for me, it's. I mean, there's a little bit more going on in the 7. It's a little earthy, grassy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a lot of good flavor there.
And my uneducated palate's not ready for that, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
You guys are easing me along, baby steps, and I'm
I
learning.
like 5 better just because it has that more little bubbly kind of, a more refreshing kind of
That's
thing
nice.
to it. So for me, that would be the pick.
This is good.
And 5 has 22 IBUs, so there's a little hoppy presence to it, and that cleans up the sweetness and the estery part of it. So yeah, I think it's a really easy
Nice.
drinking beer.
It's very yummy.
This is awesome. I can't wait to drink more beer over
So
the
these
weekend.
are basically obviously available over at Linda's place at Sabatini's, but it's 7 and it's 5. It's very easy to
Yeah, very easy.
figure it out.
Right when you walk in, they'll be on the counter by the register as you walk in. We've been putting the weekly,
Oh, the featured beer.
the featured WILK beers on the counter now. So you just walk in. You don't even have to ask us. You just kind of look. It's there.
But they're selling like hotcakes, right?
It's been doing very well.
Good.
Yeah.
What's been really popular that we've talked about? Is there any one in particular you noticed?
2 weeks ago when we did the Dewey, Dewey's been, we're running out every week. So now we have a lot coming in every Friday. So Dewey's been keeping up. A lot of people coming in saying they heard us on the radio and wanted to try the
Nice.
Bomb Pop when we did the Bomb Pop.
Oh yeah, the bomb pop was
So it's been fun.
good. All right.
This
Anything?
is-
So we got a hot weekend. Obviously, people come by, get some refreshment, get some pizza. Obviously, at Sabatini's.
Yeah, we had our refrigeration fixed this week, so our air conditioning is very nice. So
Fixed. It wasn't working. What a nightmare.
Just in
I
time.
had guys there 3 days this week. So yeah,
You
so
had the "it's always something" problem.
oh.
Yeah, you can shorten that story by saying it was a fun week at the shop.
It's a fun week. Yeah, we have new HVAC. So
Everyone loves new HVAC. It's cheap. It's efficient.
It's not cheap, but it is.
All good.
Definitely not cheap. All right.
I know.
Well, Bill from My Beer Buzz, we'll talk to you soon. And of
Yeah.
course, any breaking beer news, folks, you'll always find it at mybeerbuzz.com. Right?
Have a good weekend. Stay cool.
Thanks,
You too.
Bill. Thanks, Bill. And
The
thank you, Lindo.
Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. You know, they have the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers, growlers and crowlers, 37 rotating drafts, brand new HVAC system, Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. And that's it, the Friday Beer Buzz, bringing good beers and good people together.